and the fixture had so much water in it that you could actually boil a cup of tea. Welcome to Electrician's Masterclass, where knowledge is power. My name is Joe SPINA. I've been an electrician for 40 years, doing residential, commercial, and industrial work. I'm also a master electrician, and I have my own company. I'm a licensed electrical contractor. We're going to call this episode the bubbling light fixture, and I'll tell you why later on if you stick around.
Hi, Joe. My kitchen light fixture, when I turn it on, it makes a bubbling sound. I have a feeling that water has something to do with it because the bathroom is right upstairs and I see some like bubbles right next to it, in the ceiling. So just want to make sure if that's something dangerous that I should not turn the light on. Okay, thanks.
All right, so I have an existing customer, and she's recently widowed and a mother of two. She's a great customer. And because she's a widow, she needs a lot of help, which is, she's concerned about her family safety. So she has an electrical issue that was a fire hazard, okay? She called me up and she told me that she had a problem with her kitchen light fixture, that she heard this bubbling sound. And it occurred whenever the switch was on. So when I went there, I looked and I located a bathroom above that happened to be leaking because around the tub, the grout was not properly sealed. Normally you wouldn't put grout around the tub because that's the spot where there's a lot of water. Usually it's silicone. So it wasn't silicone, the grout cracked, the water got in above the fixture. It dripped down into the fixture. So this would be considered a troubleshooting repair. And the fixture had so much water in it that you could actually boil a cup of tea. So I turned the switch off to this fixture, located the water source, I removed the bubbling fixture, I checked the condition of the wires, I restripped the wires, I removed the rusted box, and I installed the new box. So what action would you take to disconnect the power to the fixture? And the answer is turn off the breaker, which you should always do. Because what happens is sometimes there's other wires running through the box which are still on. And that switch could control the fixture, but whatever's going through that box is on that same circuit. So I would suggest you always turn off the power. So what tools did I use for this particular job? I have side cutting pliers, which are also called the lineman's pliers, which we use a lot in our trade. I have 11-1 screwdriver, okay, which has different tips, and it's also magnetic, and for that reason, you have a less chance of dropping a screw. Also, I have wire strippers, which we strip the wire that's in the cable, and it has different notches on here, which are for solid wire and stranded wire. It also has a bolt cutter, and you're able to twist the hook on the wires too. I would suggest you use these most of the time. If you're a regular electrician, most likely going to use this, and you just have to know how to. It's a feel for it, when you go to strip the wire. So I would suggest you use this. Also, you're going to need a hammer like this, that has a long head on it, so you can get inside the device boxes. You're going to be, stapling wires with this, and so this is the right hammer. You also have a utility knife over here, which I like this one. The blade, trying to keep the blade that it's not so sharp, have a kind of like halfway between dull and sharp blade in there. And what you do is you strip the middle of the Romex, which is where the ground is. So it's not going to really nick, any of the important wires. I mean, it will, even if it nicks the ground wire, that's not too bad. But just make sure the blade is not sharp. So the customer was pretty much satisfied with the job, and she revealed her plans to move to a rural area to raise organic chickens with her children. We wish her luck on her excellent adventure. All right. Turn it off.
You've never seen that's ever happened? No, I think I'm moving out of Barbie. I want chickens.
You sound like my wife. She wants chickens too.
Because we have I told you, change my diet.
Yeah,
Fresh eggs.
that's good. That's what you want.
Right?
So if you're a homeowner, an aspiring electrician, or a licensed electrician, you need to subscribe to this channel. Click the notification button so we could talk about tools, we could talk about NEC code articles, we could have a live question and answer forum, and more residential projects. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.